Welcome to Daily Conversation. This is Mr. K.
Eric,
Yeah, today is the 6th of January 2022, and the time now is 6:17 a.m. Well, our topic today is, do you like coffee or tea more? Share any experiences you have with it. Right, so before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so here we go. Yeah, so firstly, for me, whether I like coffee or tea more, for this question, I think if I look at the flavor of coffee and tea, actually, I prefer coffee. Yeah, the taste, I just prefer the coffee more. Yep, and then yeah, and after this, I go back to uh, talk about my experiences, which is my first time that I tried the first sip of coffee. Yeah, that was when I was around 12 years old. Yeah, I follow my uncle, and then uh, because he had the habit of going to buy the coffee after lunch. So one day I followed him, and then he also did the same. He went to the some coffee shop, and then he ordered the his favorite one, which is the in in Malaysia we call kopi o. Yeah, so it's something like the coffee, and then they add in the white sugar. Yeah, and then at that time also I don't know what to drink, so I actually order the same as him. Yeah, and at that time I was just very curious why this kind of coffee is black color. Yeah, that the color is totally black. Yep, and then the first time I drank it and I found that yeah, it is actually much bitter than I expected. Yeah, but because they also add in sugar, so I think it is so accepted. It can be accepted by me, and but I didn't think that this is the one that I was looking for. Yeah, and since then, and then I since the first time I drank coffee, and I actually um, kind of like wanted to try more, and I wanted to try some other coffee. So the next time I remember I try the coffee. Yeah, the coffee which is sell in the coffee shop, and it is not copy or it is not copy C, it is just coffee. So basically they just add in the condensed milk to the coffee when making the coffee. Yep. And at that time I found that yeah, the coffee is less bitter now, and then the coffee is sweeter, yeah, because they add in the condensed milk, and it is not as bitter as the kopi o. So at that time, I found that yeah, this one is the one I was looking for. I like this one, and I tried that. I bought coffee uh, for quite a long time, and then I drink coffee for around uh, once or twice a week, yeah, something like that. And after that, one day, I decided to try a different one, which is the Kopi C in Malaysia. So for that one, basically, it is the coffee plus the evaporated milk. Yeah, it is something similar to milk. Yeah, imagine that coffee with milk, and then uh, this is yeah. After trying this, I found that wow, this is also uh, delicious. Yeah, this is also having a good taste. So I since then I order copy C or copy uh, uh, after that. Yep. So this is my experience of coffee, and but this didn't last very long. It lasts only like 1 or 2 years because after that my uncle seldom come to my house, and I also didn't go out when I was like 14 or 15. I stay home most of the time. Yep. And then yeah, when I was around 15 years old, and uh I did try green tea at school. Yeah, but before that, actually, the first time that I uh, try tea is when I was in kindergarten. Yeah, this is a bad experience, and I remember I share it also in daily conversation before, which is like when I was like 5 or 4. I forgot. Yeah, the first time that I taste the tea is when I was sitting in the kindergarten classroom. I smell a good taste. Yeah, the taste is really really good. I mean, the smell is really good, but when the cup of tea, the milk tea, put in front of me, and I tried the first sip, and I found that yeah, I couldn't accept the taste. Yeah, I just leave the whole cup of tea almost undrink. Yeah, and I leave on the table. And also, I told my mom, and my mom told the teacher that I don't like milk tea. So next time they didn't give me milk tea, they give me some other things like Milo. Yep. And then yeah, after that experience, actually, I stopped drinking tea for a very long time. But actually, in our life, we more or less will eat the tea related products. Let's say you eat some biscuit, maybe the flavor is green tea. Maybe you try mooncake. Yeah, we have the green tea mooncake, the flavor, green tea flavor mooncake. Yeah, many things they are made of green tea, even like cake or yeah, many things. So at that time I found that actually green tea is kind of not really bad, and then it smelled good, tastes good. And in secondary school, I remember that uh, sometimes I went to the canteen, and I like to buy one packaged drink, which is the green tea. The brand name is Pokka. I'm not sure whether this is from Singapore. It seems like it's a Singapore product, Pokka green tea. Yeah, and then yeah, this is my coffee and tea experiences, and there is one more, which is the last, and it's also the kind of like the most interesting one. Yeah, for this one, when I was like 18, I was still studying in secondary school. I remember that one day, yeah, I have a friend. Yeah, she want to do the revision, prepare for the exam, and then that is the mathematics subject. And at that time I also say that yeah, my mathematics isn't that good, and I also need the revision. So I join her, and then we go to we will go to one of the shopping mall called City Square, and then uh yeah, we choose one of the cafe, and then we order drinks, we order coffee, and then we use the table inside the cafe. We do the revision. Yep, at that time I remember that I try the one which is like uh the how to say the uh signature, yeah, the signature coffee in that coffee shop, which is the white coffee. Yeah, try the white coffee, and to be frank, that is the first time that I drink white coffee. Yeah, and yeah, firstly, I actually feel okay, but after drinking it, the smell is really good. Yeah, it's good, uh, delicious. And but after like 10 or 15 minutes, I started to feel uh, I was sweating. Yeah, and then I also feel the symptoms of uh, caffeine sensitivity. Yeah, because I actually don't know that I have the sensitivity to caffeine, and then uh, I have a racing heartbeat. Yeah, heartbeat is really fast, and then I feel nervous. Yeah, and also I feel a little bit dizzy. Yeah, so at that time actually I didn't feel good. I feel like yeah, I was like is going to uh fall asleep or fall down, something like that. Yep, so that was a bad experience, but because at that time I was with my friends, so I couldn't just sleep in the cafe. I continue to do the revision. Yeah, that was a bad experience, and I remember that at that time actually I yeah, couldn't focus on my revision anymore, and the symptom lasts for around 1 to 2 hours. Yep. And after that time, I found that I realized that actually, yeah, I have this kind of symptom. So maybe next time I couldn't try coffee so much, tea also because of the caffeine. And also, uh, after that, yeah, sometimes I also try coffee. Sometimes I feel okay. Sometimes I feel a little bit uh, uh, having the racing heartbeat. Yep. So but to me, I think tea will be better. I don't know why. Yeah, tea seldom give me the caffeine sensitivity symptom, but coffee give me the symptom more. I'm not sure whether this is the placebo effect, which the first time I experienced this is when I was drinking the coffee. Yep. So go back to the first question. Do I like coffee or tea more? Actually, I like the flavor of coffee, but nowadays I drink tea more than coffee because I am afraid of caffeine sensitivity. Yep. So these are my sharing today.
Yeah, for coffees, I couldn't drink. Whether I drink in the morning, the evenings, I couldn't sleep at night.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is the reason I don't. And for tea,
Mm,
if I drink in the evenings or afternoons, I also couldn't sleep. Yeah.
mm.
So
In the
even though
morning.
this is the morning, uh, sometimes you can sleep, sometimes you couldn't. It
Oh.
depends. It depends on what activity you have
Mm,
in during the day. Yeah. So and yeah, even though it is like uh the tea, what is it called? The milk tea. Yeah,
mm.
milk tea, sold by uh in Chinese we call 珍珠奶茶.
Oh, the
In
bubble
in
milk tea, right?
yeah, yeah, the bubble milk tea. Even though I drink the bubble milk tea in evening, I also couldn't sleep. Yeah, so maybe it's high sugar plus the tea. Okay,
Mm,
and it's so so I actually uh don't drink them, don't drink them often.
mm.
And after I moved to Singapore, uh, maybe in a year, I I drink less than 5 times, or maybe
Mm.
less than 3 times. Yeah, I don't buy it by myself. Some people give me,
Mm.
and yeah, and then so I drink. And I won't buy this kind of drink. Yeah, I will spend money to buy this kind of drink. And in JB, if sometimes I go out with friends, yeah, I would do that. Yeah, but for me, if you if you ask me, do I crave for that? No, I won't crave for coffee and tea.
Mm,
And to me, the best drink is the water.
mm.
Yeah, so that's my share for the day.
Mm. Yep. So actually, for your symptom, which is like after drinking coffee or tea, you couldn't sleep at night, right? Uh, Yeah, according to my research, this is also the symptom of caffeine sensitivity. Yeah, it's one of the symptoms. Yep. Yeah. So yeah. So for you, if you don't have this caffeine
No,
sensitivity,
yeah,
oh,
no,
you also won't
yeah.
drink coffee as a habit, right?
Mm,
Mm. Yep. And yeah, that was good. And for me, actually, I like coffee, but it didn't means that it doesn't mean that I will kind of like wanted to drink it, thinking of it time to time. Actually, no, I also seldom buy the milk tea or what. And sometimes when I was going to some coffee shop, actually I feel uh, yeah, I feel annoyed because I don't know what I want to order. Yeah, I don't want to drink coffee. I don't want to drink tea. Sometimes I have to choose something like chocolate, uh, the chocolate milk or the milk. Yeah, yeah, which actually I don't really like. I just don't have that much choices. Yeah, sometimes I also don't order anything.
mm, yeah, yeah. If you don't like, why you want to spend money to buy those things,
Mm,
right?
yeah. Yep. And one more thing is recently we also read the book Eat to Beat Disease, and we find that actually tea and coffee they are also in the list, which is so-called the healthy foods. But unfortunately for us, we because of the caffeine sensitivity, we couldn't drink coffee and tea. Yeah, and actually, I yesterday I also did some research about some coffee, which they do some process on it, which is called the decaf coffee. They can use some methods to take away the caffeine from from the coffee, and for tea, I'm not sure. Yeah, and they say that actually the taste for the coffee still remains, everything still remains, just the caffeine is not in the coffee anymore. Yeah, for this one also I haven't tried yet. Yeah, I think maybe next time if I go to some coffee shop, if they do provide decaf coffee, maybe I would try one.
Yeah. I think since we talk about the book, I
Mm,
think there's one very important thing and didn't mention in the book, which is yeah, we know a lot of foods, we know a lot of beverages
mm,
is good for our body, but how good are they? Can we have a comparison?
mm. You mean the cost and benefits, something like that, right?
It's something like that. For example, if you talk about like the green tea,
Mm,
so green tea you just have a pack of tea, and how many grams in the green tea in the pack of the green tea?
yeah.
You thinking from physics perspective, a pack of the green tea is less than maybe 15 gram or 10 gram, and then the nutrition inside would be less than 10 mg or less than
Mm,
100 mg, something like that.
yeah.
And just give you one example. For example, a fish, a mackerel, like around 100 gram, and
Mm,
inside the 100 gram only has around uh, 2 2 to 4 mg. Sorry, two 2,000 to 4,000 mg omega 3. So that means uh, 1,000 mg is equal to 1 gram. So that means 100 gram inside only got 2 to 4 omega 3.
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
So if you talk about the green tea a pack, 10 gram, 15 gram, if you take the similar number like 5% or 2%, how would they affect your body? Not much,
Yep.
I would say. So this is thinking from the first principle, thinking from the physical perspective, because you can't change it.
Yep.
This is something like the like the law. For example, you 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 eat you eat 100 grams of protein, and then the calorie is 4.
Mm.
You eat 100 grams of fat, the calorie is 900.
Mm.
One gram of protein is 4 calorie. 1 gram of fat is equal to 9 gram calorie.
Oh.
If now I give you I give you a small biscuit, I tell you after eating this, you will gain 1,000 calories. Is it possible? You look at the weight.
Mm.
Yeah, if the weight is just 10 grams, it's not possible.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's impossible because it violates the law, violate the physics law. Because every substance have their density.
Mm.
Yeah, a 10 gram things couldn't contain, couldn't hold the 1,000 calorie, or couldn't hold 100 gram of fat. It just couldn't.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you're thinking from this perspective, which one is the food, is the beverage you want to take consciously in order to improve your health? Yeah, and look about the beverage, and especially for tea,
Mm.
or especially maybe for the maybe the like the powder or the coffee bean, all that.
Mm.
And the quantity is very little. I mean the the amount of them is very little, and then you add in water,
Mm.
and then you have
And
a
also
big cup.
sugar.
Yeah, maybe you and then you add out a big cup of water, and then you drink it, but you drink water.
Mm.
Of course, sometimes let's say maybe the coffee beans, if you make it into powder, you will consume all of the coffee powder. That means the amount of the coffee beans you have put in. If you put in 10 grams, then you consume 10 grams. If you put in
Yeah.
50 grams, then you consume 15 grams. But how about green tea? If this is a pack,
Mm.
do you eat the powder? Do you eat the green tea powder? That means maybe it's not called powder, but do you eat the substance inside the green tea pad? No, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, how would it affect our body in a positive way? How
Mm.
extent? This is something you need to think.
Mm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I think also the ingredient we also need to be careful of. For example, some packaged drink, the tea maybe wasn't the real tea. The tea maybe is just the flavor.
Mm.
Yeah, and they put in a lot of sugar. Yeah, for coffee also they also put in a lot of sugar. Yeah, I came across some uh, article says that actually some packaged coffee, yeah, or some bottle one, the sugar levels inside the inside the bottle actually can be really really high,
Mm.
and because of the bitterness of coffee, maybe you don't realize.
Mm. Yeah. Maybe you should look at the nutrition fact.
Mm.
Yeah. If this is high in carbohydrate, that means it's high in glucose, high in sugar.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay, anything else want to add in?
No.
Okay, so that's all for today's conversation. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversations? Please tell us what you think of our conversation. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocabulary mistake that we made, please also comment to let us know, because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.